I texted Julie, stating that Barry was in a strange, unsupportive mood, but she never replied. The following week, just as I got home from work, my ex-girlfriend called and asked for a meetup. We met at a diner, sat in a booth by the corner and ordered 2 coffees. Tracy, my ex, admitted she had made a mistake by ending our relationship. She asked to get back together, and although I felt a flash of hesitation due to lingering hope I held for finding Sarah, I said yes to my ex-girlfriend. We talked through some issues, the reasons for our breakup, and then got back together right there in the diner. She moved her stuff back into my apartment that night. Weeks passed, and I mostly stopped thinking about Sarah. I still thought about her occasionally in passing and wondered what could have been, but the intense longing and heartbreak had stopped. The awkwardness with Barry and Julie also faded. I even had them over for dinner with me and Tracy on more than one occasion. We ate, talked and laughed like the breakup had never happened. One night as we got ready for bed, Tracy asked me if I had hooked up with anyone while we had been broken up or if I had been tempted by anybody. I knew Barry and Julie had not told her anything. They were more my friends than hers, and they would have told me if anything had slipped out about Sarah. I told Tracy I'd only thought about her during our breakup, and she seemed very pleased with my answer. I thought that would be the end of the drama in my life until I ran into Sarah at the same gig venue a few weeks later. I was getting drinks at the bar while Tracy, Barry and Julie sat at a table by the door. Sarah exited the bathroom, saw me and walked straight over. My heart started beating very fast, the same way it had on the night we met. She asked me why I had never called and I said her number had not been saved in my phone. She offered to put the number in again, and I told her I had gotten back together with my girlfriend. She looked across the bar and her eyes landed on the friends I had attended the venue with on the night we first met. She then correctly summarized that the third individual, Tracy, was my girlfriend. Sarah asked me if I was happy with Tracy, and I said I was. I apologized for the unfortunate way things had gone between us. I told her all the ways I had tried to find her after realizing the number wasn't in my phone. Sarah said she had quit the clothes store the day after we met due to its bad management and gone to work in a jewelry store. She then said my actions weren't those of somebody who was still in love with his girlfriend. She said that my actions were those of somebody who wanted to move on and had made a proper connection with somebody else. She told me to take her number again, to call her if I ever changed my mind and realized what I really wanted, so I took it. When I got back to my friends, Tracy asked me who the girl at the bar was and I told her she was a customer who I served at work earlier in the day. Back at our apartment, I sat down in my office, took out my materials and started painting. I did not have any specific vision in mind when I started. I was just putting colors on the palette. As I added pink to the random collage of colors, Tracy walked into the office. She put her hands on my shoulders and said I should really consider giving up painting. She said I was never going to make any money from it. She also said she needed to be honest with me and said I just wasn't very good. I told my girlfriend she was probably right, dumped my progress and put my materials away. I acted like everything was fine, even though on the inside I was undergoing a significant emotional transformation. I was starting to realize that Sarah was right. The following morning, after a sleepless night, I went out on my balcony and called Sarah. I told her that I needed to see her. That was 5 years ago, and we've been together ever since.